Bitcoin find its resistance level being pulled up into the new moon, and we got so very close to our all-time high, like a fraction away from it. But welcome everybody to Crypto Angles podcast number 75, I think. My name is Kelitasahliah if you're new, and over here we combine astrology with the crypto markets, but it's astrology of the skies. It's not mainstream tropical astrology. So yes, welcome. Usually the order of the videos, if there's some gematria connections, we'll look at it, but not this video. Then we'll look at the astrological story of this cycle, what's going on, and how it could be impacting the crypto market. Then we'll check out the technical analysis for Bitcoin, XRP, and the DXY as well. So let's jump straight into it. We were pulled up into our new moon, as you can clearly see right there, which brought us to our resistance level. So we are still in our new moon phase, as the moon phases last 5 days before and 5 days after as well. So it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till the 6th. We're still in that resistance level, but it clearly seems like it's found its resistance level anyway. It was definitely at 72k.77, and we had a wick to 73.4k. So we've definitely found that for sure. So what's coming up now, we will be moving into our full moon energy. Yeah, we're going to be moving into our full moon energy at the end of this cycle, okay, which is price finding its support. Moving on to Venus. Does Venus and Mercury have an impact? I'd say so, because Venus does represent the material reality, which covers money as well. And it's moving into Sagittarius. And just before even looking deep into it, just the symbology alone, it's an arrow pulling you in a different direction. So in the material reality, things are going to be moving into a different direction. Okay. Yeah, precision. Sagittarius comes with precision as well, being a third fire sign. So it's maturity, it knows what it's doing, and it covers travel. Okay, so we're moving in a new direction in the material reality anyway. And then with Mercury being in Ophiuchus, Mercury is big on monetary, as is big on money basically, and it's going into Ophiuchus, which is transformative energy. And then we're going to get more Ophiuchus energy. As you can see, the sun enters into Ophiuchus down the line, as the rest of the luminaries will eventually enter Ophiuchus. So Mercury is going to be in Ophiuchus for a while, as you can see, because it does a retrograde. And then it enters back into Ophiuchus at the end of December. So this Ophiuchus transformative energy throughout the market, I am seeing happening from now basically up until December. It's really going to begin to transform. Okay. Oh, mini confirmation burp. So yeah, that's basically what I am seeing in the market with the astrological story. We're going to be moving in a new direction, and transformation with Ophiuchus is going to happen for monetary things as well as your own life. Okay. I've been a bit slow on life astrology, but we're gonna pick that back up again soon. And then of course this full moon will be entering into it, but we'll cover more of the full moon on the 10th in our next video. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with the astrological story. There's movement, direction, and transformation happening. But of course we do need to find our support. So generally I am seeing sideward momentum happening for this cycle. Sideward momentum building up structure, so not much there. So let's move into the technical analysis. I'm going to put on my messy drawings just so you can see where I feel our support will come in. I feel it will be super healthy if we do even touch back and retest this one more time. As we did it once, it would be a sign of strength really to confirm this again, to do a little double bottom on it, to confirm one more time this breakout that we've had out of this parallel downward channel. So that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. Basically, I had wondered if we were going to be pulled up to this level. That's why I drew this square here. or potentially be pulled up past it, but we have just stopped here. So that's interesting. Maybe later in the month of November, we'll be seeing a breakout happening very soon. But I do feel it's about retesting this, gaining that support, and then that would give it the strength to finally break through. So it's moving healthily. I think I'd probably rather it move this way. Sorry, just moving a little bit if I sound a bit different now. I think I'd rather it move this way, for a better structure rather than this breakout and then retesting. Eventually, it will break out and retest, but of course, we're forming a more solid structure right now. So it's all good in the hood. It is all good in the hood. Let's check in on the RSI. You can tell we've gone down a little bit. We could well come up, and we may want to on the daily get some lows on the RSI before a full breakout. So we could just get a little relief coming up and then go down, break through this while it's just a bit of sideward momentum. And then when we're closer to the bottom of the RSI, ideally coming up to our full moon, we can then continue on up. But it's looking healthy and it's happening very, very soon, people. And I feel like these little slower movements are just doing nothing but give us a bit more time. So it's all good in the hood. Obviously, we're turning red on the MACD, so that will need to complete itself. We'll get a bit more excited when it's starting to turn pink. Um, for more upward movements, momentum. But yeah, even without this little parallel red line, it's like this basic retest of just this zone. So if I just draw one little line just to show you, it's just a basic retest of this. We've hit it once and it looks like it will just nicely come back to this level when it's ready. And then the aim is for it to hold this level, because ideally we'd like our new moon to come in just here. Ideally would like it to come, when is it? Let's get the exact date. 15th. Yeah, so round about there would be amazing. But it's about holding it. Do you think we'll break below? Because then that would be a whole different perspective if we come back under it. But I feel even if we do, the support will pretty much be that, even if it's a wick back into this zone. Um, and then continuing up. But I'm gonna leave that there. We'll see if our full moon comes in there or not. We can get rid of you because it didn't happen. We'll keep that one there. But that's what I'm seeing. I do want to make this video quick. It's like a simple break and retest type of vibe, and we're coming in to find our support soon from the end of this cycle. So that's pretty much what we need to wait for. I don't feel there's much more needed to say on it. Personally, we just need to move. So we're going to jump onto, I'll just quickly show you the Bitcoin stock to flow model, because you can tell we're turning even more orange. So this thing is getting ready. It's getting so ready. It's getting lighter. So I'm generally seeing this support. This may be our last confirmed support before we go into price discovery. This could well be it. Give it the momentum. Let's take a look, at all of these moving averages. The luminary moving averages still in the upward momentum, which is positive, with Saturn, the darker purple line on the top, as you can see just there, and Uranus at the bottom. That's what we want for upward momentum. Oh, and okay, we have gone underneath the 8. However, this is looking quite healthy because the 50 or 55 has crossed above the 200, which is the green line. So I do feel we just need to, of course, get back on top of the 8, but this cross alone will definitely will help keep its structure and support ideally. We'll get rid of that just so we can see this one. Okay, so we've fallen back into it. Ideally, we just keep our support on the bottom one, this red one here, which is, oh gosh, I don't even know. I need to remember, look before, to remember the price things I've put in for it. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing just quickly with Bitcoin. Um, we're not at the end of the month, are we? Let's move on to XRP. XRP is looking pretty weak. XRP, I'm trying to lie down and do this video, I'm gonna lie down. Give me a moment. I feel so old. But yeah, XRP is oh gosh. Bear with me. It's looking extremely, extremely weak. Because in my last video, I was like, oh, it would be good if we kind of maintain and stay above it. Or did we fall under it? No. But either way, I was like, there's not much room. I thought, like, yeah, we'll definitely probably come back and retest the bottom of this parallel channel. Let's just get rid of these so we can see it a bit better. Yeah, I thought, yeah, we could easily come back down and retest the bottom of this parallel channel. But it's just like, if Bitcoin is to try and go down a little bit more, then that could just well push us down to this 48, 47, 48 cents region, this solid white line, which is quite important. It was like a solid structure, a solid support zone. So it's not really, basically, if Bitcoin drops lower, it will touch this line. What we don't really want is it to touch this one. Because if it does, it's just like, are you okay? What are you doing? Like, literally. But even on the RSI, there's not much room to come down. What's this saying? You see, like, there's just not much room. Like, it needs to change eventually. I mean, it could even come down lower. It could come down lower like what it did back then. When was this? Yeah, that was that zone. So it may really want to retest that. We're finding our support like we were, it was our resistance level just here. It's brought us down. So where will our support be? Where will this new moon, full moon, sorry, come in? Is it going to be here? Will it be here? We'll draw the boxes so we can do this in real time. Will it be about there? And will it get its support off of this white line? Or will it be lower? Bitcoin doesn't have much further to go for its retest, so that's why I'm seeing it could well just be this high 47 cents to 48 cents region. Do you see how this made, like, even though it wicked lower, the body of the candle came here? So could we get another body of the candle, possibly, just to finish off this downward momentum? But there's generally not much room left. So yeah. Like, if it goes to entertain this to get our support in, it could just be another wick and may not be there for long. But I'm not going to entertain this one until we're closer to this one, even though we're really not far, to see if we can hold this before, yeah, for our support. But it's so suppressed, this coin is so suppressed. Again, red, but it's getting smaller. So this is why, again, we may not entertain these levels, but possibly a nice support here. And it's still within the structure. It's better if it maintains this parallel channel, but if it's out of it for a moment, that's also okay. So that's what I'm seeing for XRP. Let's just hide the moons. It didn't do this, so we'll delete that. And let's put on our luminary moving averages. Underneath them all, even though they are in the position for upward momentum, however, Saturn, this darker purple, has crossed and it's underneath Mercury. and I forgot the other one, but it's underneath it. So that's not looking the best right now. Underneath them all again. And it's underneath them all again. It's literally underneath all of them. I'm generally seeing during this time, like I says, I'm seeing sideward momentum pretty much happening. Probably a teeny bit slower movement this cycle. But I do feel potentially if XRP entertains these levels, that will give enough time for the moving averages to kind of cross over eventually once it's found its support and we're pushed up. But yeah, it's really, it's not looking it's not looking the best, I have to admit. I have to admit. But like I also says, it could just be doing whatever, um because Bitcoin still needs to move fast. Until Bitcoin is fully in price discovery, the altcoins are just going to be shifting here and there. Um, so yeah, like Bitcoin should be moving first this year, and then the altcoins possibly should be moving the beginning of next year. So they just may be hovering for a little bit longer. But that's all I am seeing with this. Not much of an update. It's looking pretty weak. Like I said, it's only when we pass that 64 cents region, it's more just like, yay, we should be moving on up. But let's be real, XRP just plays out like it's doing nothing for the longest of times. Then all of a sudden, it just moves out of nowhere. So, yeah, that's your XRP. Oh, damn. I just realized something. Oh, I'm not on the ball. I'm not on the ball, but this video is not going to be long, like I said. DXY. Oh, no. How's everyone doing? Is everyone all right? So, okay. Okay, we've had this upward momentum as crypto Bitcoin went down after being finding its resistance level. We've got this upward momentum now, which makes sense. It's going up even in the RSI. Oh gosh, even in the RSI, it was just this relief from this downward momentum. Yet I'm seeing it's like, could, even if it goes up a little bit more, we may be hit as a resistance level from this yellow moving average. So it just feels like it's retesting this zone. If we get higher than it, I don't think so. Do you think we could? I feel its next level is obviously here, but ultimately, even if we reach back to this height, we're still making higher highs. We're still making higher lows, lower highs, whatever it is. Than this point, so it's still kind of showing in the long term a downward trend. But it is getting a little bit of momentum now, so it could well reach up to that level when it's ready. Before getting rejected. And to be fair, it makes sense because we are expecting obviously a bull run. This will have to be at a certain high for it to fall when crypto's going up. Um, so I'm not ruling that out, but it will depend, of course, if we can pass this level or not. So, but there's not much room. We have been overbought, so there's not much room for it left to go, but it just doesn't really seem like it's finished it. So that could be a possibility. And as we are, we've hit our resistance level and we're going to find our new support anyway. Um, that could be the case. My mind went blank and I totally forgot what I was saying. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for this cycle. I'm basically just seeing potentially slower momentum. It's continuing to build up structure and things of that nature before it finds our new support. So yeah, if you did like this video, do let me know. If you do want this calendar, it's available on Etsy, so feel free to grab it when you're ready. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. So with that being said, Angel out. Bye.